Summer Game Fest 2023 is over and it certainly was a well-anticipated one. We had a ton of reveals coming from the event, including a new Prince of Persia game, another entry in the Like a Dragon series, and a brand new trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh, and there was also the gameplay trailer for Mortal Kombat 1. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be breaking down the new trailer for Mortal Kombat 1. There's a lot happening in this trailer, so we're going to watch it together, and I'm going to pause at certain points to give my thoughts on what we're seeing. Lots of gameplay and surprisingly some story related bits, so let's get into the video.
I have had enough of you. Then go, before I put you down.
Fight! Okay, right off the bat we have what appears to be a scene from the story mode, and we have our first in-game looks at Kung Lao, Raiden, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero. In regards to Sub-Zero, we actually found out who's behind the mask after more gameplay footage was uploaded online, and it's Bi-Han, the Sub-Zero from the first Mortal Kombat game. This is intriguing to me because apart from the first Mortal Kombat game and MK Mythologies and I guess a bit of MK9, we're gonna see Bi-Han as Sub-Zero again, and I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with him in the new timeline. Now, as said before, we also have appearances from Kung Lao and Raiden, a mortal version of the character, and it seems he's going to be filling in the role that Liu Kang initially had, but I'll explain that later in the video. My word, does the gameplay look amazing. While it looks similar to MK11, it still feels fresh and visually looks so gorgeous compared to the previous Mortal Kombat game. I really like the stage a lot. It actually reminds me of the same restaurant from the Jet Li movie Fearless, and man, Bi-Han is a beast in this gameplay.
Today, you have proven worthy of joining us. Come, there are other champions I must gather.
Next up, we see Fire God Liu Kang, dressed in a hood, obviously disguising himself from the common folk of Earthrealm, talking to Raiden and Kung Lao, and it seems that the attack that Sub-Zero and Scorpion launched onto them was a test, as he seems to be recruiting new fighters, or in his words, champions. Now, it's probable that he's doing this to have new defenders of the realm, but from the last trailer, the only threat we know that's going to be in this game is Shang Tsung, but it's possible that there could be more villains joining him or overshadowing him.
What do you want?
Sento, it's my family blade.
Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
We have our first looks at Johnny Cage and Kenshi. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Kenshi, the first person who came to mind is a martial artist named Noah Flader, and he does a lot of martial arts content online, naturally, and I was over the moon to find out that he actually did work on the game, so congratulations to him, and you guys should definitely follow him. He makes some really fantastic martial arts videos. Now, in regards to Kenshi, we know him as the badass blind swordsman of Mortal Kombat, but in the trailer he definitely has his sight, but in later footage of the gameplay we do see him with the blindfold on, so I guess we're getting an origin as to how he gets blind in this new timeline via the story mode. In the scene we see him confronting Cage for the Sento blade, an ancestral sword that belongs to the Takahashi bloodline, and as the trailer goes on we see Kenshi forging a couple bloodlines on Cage himself. Okay, we get more gameplay with Kenshi showing off his move lists, and he looks so awesome. With the katana strikes and what I assume to be a spirit of his ancestor connected to the Sento blade, kind of making him like a puppet character. as we see how seamless Kenshi and the Spirit comboing together. But the most interesting part of the segment is we get our first look at how the cameo fighters work in the game, and suffice to say, it looks pretty damn cool. Guys, I swear I'm not doing this deliberately. We see classic Sub-Zero as a cameo, performing an X-ray move, which proceeds into a fatal blow performed by Kenshi, and man, it looks like an anime finishing move and I love it for that. After that, we have Johnny retaliating with the command grab, and what's interesting about it is the fact that Johnny does a shadow kick in this grab, but there's no green glow, which is a staple to the character. Now, I'm wondering if they're still going to implement it later on, as we can tell this is early footage of the game, or this may actually be a change in the character's origin, as Ed stated that some characters will be reimagined, although with the last clip of Johnny flipping off his opponent, that's a very vintage Johnny C thing to do. 10 Onyx coins if you get that reference.
Enough! Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang, protector of Earthrealm, god of fire.
Next up, we have Liu Kang re-emerging in a gulf of flames, this time in his full garb, and I'll admit, the look has grown on me. I wasn't the biggest fan of it at first when I saw it in the announcement trailer, but it genuinely looks great in-game. We see him stopping a confrontation with Johnny Cage and the MK Ninjas, who Ed has said that they are brothers in this timeline. But I wonder if that means they're blood related, which personally I'm not a fan of, or if they have a camaraderie, which I think would make more sense. Next, we have Liu introducing himself to Johnny as the protector of Earthrealm and god of fire, which as a fan of Liu Kang makes me low-key proud of the dude considering how far he's come in the series. From winning the Mortal Kombat tournament to defeating otherworldly beings, then dying by the hands of his sworn enemy to being reanimated into a zombie by his emo reborn mentor, dying again at the end of Armageddon, reliving a new timeline where he gets killed mistakenly by his mentor, brought back as a resentful revenant to then being saved by his mentor, turned into a god to defeat a titan who controls time, and then fights his sworn enemy who he sent back in time to retrieve an item to help shape a new reality, knowing well that he was going to betray and kill his comrades, defeat him, and makes Mortal Kombat 1. You know, I think this reboot's gonna be more necessary than I thought. We have more gameplay featuring Liu Kang vs Scorpion, and we see Liu comboing, bringing in MK2 Jax with an air grab and ending the combo with a fiery as hell flying kick. And speaking of fiery, Scorpion attacks and launches Liu in the air and proceeds to give him an air combo, real Armageddon vibes, and it ends with a brand new weapon in the form of a Kusarigama, which is a real traditional weapon used by the ninja. Next, their gameplay ends with Liu delivering a flurry of fiery kicks, which ends with a flaming dragon that launches up Scorpion. As I said before, I'm assuming the footage here is all early development, but it still looks so gorgeous to look at, especially the stages, which the next one, well, have a look at it.
You have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for in heart.
We get a glimpse of the Wuxi Academy, and this is probably my favorite stage out of everything we've seen so far. The next characters we have up are Kenshi and Raiden, two characters who I'm most interested in seeing in the story mode. I think it's safe to assume that in this iteration, Raiden is a Shaolin monk, not only because in this stage we see him wearing the shade of orange that the Shaolin are known for, although a little nitpick, I wish the outfits were grey so they would match real Shaolin monks, but I get the aesthetic they were going for. But Raiden's fighting style in the gameplay resembles a lot of Chinese martial arts. From the kicks to the way he punches, all these moves resemble stuff I've seen in wushu competitions, and honestly I think it looks very cool with the lightning effects attached to it. Also, we see more cameo fighters being implemented in this portion with both the original MK versions of Sonya and Kano, and I think they look really good.
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
Next up, we're jumping into another realm as we head into Edenia, and we get to see Kitana and Melina. First up, we see Melina strapped to a table, with Kitana alluding to the fact that her signature to cotton mouth is a symptom of a disease that she has. And Kitana says this with concern as we find out that Melina is actually royalty in this timeline. The two clash, and just before that, we get a glimpse of more cameo fighters with MK3 Sonya and a new design of Goro, which let's see the gameplay that follows. We have the two sisters facing off, with Kitana doing more air combos, followed by Melina doing her teleport kick, with Goro following up with the assist. Yeah, Goro. Now, I don't know how to feel about this Goro, because it's pretty weird seeing a Shao Kahn dressed like this. He kind of looks like he jacked Reiko's attire from Armageddon. Anyway, thereafter we have Raiden taking on Sub-Zero, with MK2's Kung Lao coming in for the assist. So does this mean that regular fighters can be part of the cameo system? Well, hopefully more info will come up by the time this video is up. Striker is back, albeit as a cameo, but cool nonetheless. After that, we have Kung Lao versus Johnny Cage on a new stage. Now, one thing I didn't mention about the stages is the fact that on the stage menu, you do have a choice of toggling between day and night, so that's pretty awesome. We see the two of them duking it out, with Kung Lao in what I would assume is his tournament attire, I guess. Johnny attacks and is stopped by Jax as another breaker. So far so good. Let's check out the next section. Alright, we have another team up, Fatal Blow, featuring Scorpion and MK2's Kung Lao, and that was pretty brutal to say the least. Once this game comes out, I'm really looking forward to the tournament play to see the amount of creativity being made by the players. I feel like MK1 is going to provide us with some really cool MK tournament moments in the future. Okay, we're nearing the last few seconds of the trailer, and they're pretty gruesome to say the least.
Finish him.
It wouldn't be a Mortal Kombat trailer without fatalities, and this one delivers even more so than the announcement trailer. We get glimpses of Kung Lao, Scorpion, Johnny Cage, and Raiden's fatalities, as well as cameo fatalities from Kano and Sub-Zero performing their classic fatalities from the first game. That's a lot of fatalities. Ever since the announcement trailer, everyone has been waiting with curiosity about the gameplay and the cameo system, and I think the trailer delivered and answered a couple questions the community has been asking since the announcement. It looks fun, gorgeous to look at, and keeps the same standard of brutal gameplay MK has been known for since its conception. With the year of 2023 being so fighting game centric, I for one am looking forward to the future of MK1. And I'm also looking forward to the character reveals we'll hopefully start getting soon. But yes everyone, that's all I have to say about the gameplay for Mortal Kombat 1. I've been working on this video since the trailer has come out, and I've been a bit busy on my end, personal life stuff. But we're here right now, and I just wanted to give my thoughts on this game because Mortal Kombat is a game that means a lot to me, more so than most fighting games I played on the channel. And speaking of which, I am going to be doing some Mortal Kombat gameplay for the channel, starting from the first game, and we'll see how far I can go. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button and let me know what you think about MK1. How do you feel about the gameplay and the cameo system overall? And who do you want to see making a return in this game? I know a lot of people in the MK community want the 3D era characters to return, as do I, but I want to know, who do you want to see coming into Mortal Kombat 1? Let me know in the comment section. Yeah, thank you guys so much and have a good one.